Hey, welcome back to my channel. Who's ready for some fighting words? In this video, I want to do a quick fight recap for Anthony Joshua versus Oleksandr Usyk, and still the unified champion of the world at heavyweight. So let's just jump right into this. First let me just jump right into this. So, the whole time I've been saying in terms of Anthony Joshua, one of the things he needs to do is impose himself on Oleksandr Usyk. And, he just got with, his new trainer and everything like that. But one, I never felt like he had enough time with his new team, his new training staff. I never felt like he had enough time. I felt like if you're going to, make the change to do a new training team, then you probably should have a tune-up fight to see exactly how you guys actually mesh in a real fight, as opposed to jumping right back into the fire. But in doing so, that would hurt you with, possibly with doing a rematch with Usyk, because now you give him the leeway to do something else as well. So now you'd have to wait to get your hands on those belts again. However, I still think it would have been beneficial because a lot of kinks could have been worked out and they could have actually seen him in action under the lights. Seeing people, in the gym is one thing, but to see them actually under the lights with the cameras on them is something totally different. And I just feel like, I feel like AJ did better. I felt like he fought lower in terms of stance and he was bending his legs, and I like that. I like that he had a really tight guard. I like that. What I didn't like, well, let me give you one more thing that I like. I like that he had some body work. Now, my dislikes for what AJ did, he had some body work, but it wasn't a consistent body attack. That's number one. You're fighting a much lighter man, so it would have been beneficial to you overall throughout the course of the fight, but also it could have been the defining factor that could have either stopped your man or just slowed him down tremendously. And you didn't give a sustained body attack. So yeah, you threw a few body shots, and they clearly hurt Usyk. And even after the fight, Usyk said, "You're strong, man. You're strong." So it clearly hurt him. But if you're only going to throw one or two every round, big deal. I could soldier through that. And that's exactly what Usyk did. Usyk's a champion. He's a world champion. He has a championship mindset. So one or two body shots, every other round ain't going to do anything. Now, Anthony Joshua definitely did change his guard. Kudos to that, because again, I said in my fight breakdown, with AJ, I know he can, if you give him a game plan, he can implement the game plan. The problem was, I don't feel like he was as assertive with the game plan as he should have been. Again, you're the much bigger guy. Take full control. Why? I don't understand why AJ allowed Usyk to get in the center of the ring. I don't understand why AJ had such a tight guard and beautiful head moving from AJ. I want to, be honest about that. There are definitely improvements in his game, but if you're going to do such beautiful head movement, you're going to have such a tight, guard and everything like that. Again, why not push him back? Why not impose yourself even more? Because you're not getting hit as much. And, and he was returning fire. So he would normally close out in exchange with the Usyk with a shot. I like that. However, on the flip hand side of that, he was only throwing one shot here, maybe two. You didn't see three punches from AJ. And that was frustrating, because it's just like, look at the size of you. And every time you move, he reacts. So just think what would happen if you just took a chance on yourself and you believed in yourself and you move forward full steam ahead. You probably could get this guy out of there. Really, you probably could get the guy out of here. But he didn't do it. He just didn't do it. He didn't do it. And it was frustrating, and it was a little cringy to watch, to be honest with you. It was a little cringy, from time to time. I was frustrated with the way he fought. Only because watching that fight, especially early on, I felt like he could have done better. And I felt like he could have actually gotten his titles back. Now, Much credit to Oleksandr Usyk, because I did predict that he would win the fight, and he did exactly what I predicted he would do. Listen, the reality is, Usyk is a much better boxer, period. And I said, AJ is not going to win a boxing match with Usyk. And for some reason, AJ wanted to take it to the amateurs and let's just do some point fighting. And that wasn't going to cut it. And you're only going right up his alley, okay? You're literally only going right up his alley. Usyk is not a big puncher. So he's all about volume. He's all about, setting traps. He's all about movement. And if you want to go tit for tat with, who's the better boxer, he's going to beat you time and time and time again. And that's exactly what he did. He beat AJ. He beat AJ to the punch. And for every punch that AJ threw, Usyk threw what? 4, 5? I mean, it was ridiculous, like the volume that he was punching with. And he varied the punches in terms of impact. This might be a little pepper shot, and then that might be a money shot. And, AJ didn't really know what was coming. But again, with AJ, with the size that you are, you don't have to really know what's coming. Yeah, he was getting hit, but, like, those punches weren't, like, hurting him. They got his attention, but they weren't hurting him. And that's what I'm saying. So, overall, I was just, I think I was just like everybody else, just a little frustrated. Like, come on, AJ, you could definitely pull this out. And, so that's the recap. Because honestly, what happened, I said was going to happen. I picked Usyk. I said he would win, unanimous decision, and that's exactly what he did, I said he would win, and he won. He won. You can't outbox a master boxer. I'm sorry. You can't. Dude's got like 10 times as many boxing matches as you do. Are you insane trying to box this dude? But that's enough on that. Now, after the fight, a lot of people gave Anthony Joshua a lot of flack for, his, I guess you would say, outbursts or, his little rants. I actually don't give him flack for that. And I was actually happy. I was surprised, but I was actually happy for his rant. I was actually happy when he was in the post-press conference with Eddie Hearn and he broke down and he cried. I was actually happy when, he got annoyed at the crowd. I was happy for that. Why was I happy? Because during the whole fight promotion, again, I said, is it just me, or is it like Usyk is like relishing in all this and loving it, playing it up, and AJ is just like here. He's just here. He didn't look happy. He didn't smile. He didn't grin. He didn't growl. He didn't do anything. He just had this bland face, and you couldn't tell what was behind the mask. You didn't know. Are you hungry for this fight? Are you vengeful for this fight? Are you a mad dog coming into this fight? Like, what is your intention in the fight? And there was nothing verbally nor visually expressive from AJ that would suggest that he was geared up for this fight. Nothing. He spoke like the regular AJ, being all politically correct and all those things. And I get it. You want to be the good guy. I get it. But at some point, you just got to let your hair down and be the dog that you are. You are a prize fighter. Period. It's okay if you're arrogant. You're a prize fighter. It's okay if you're cocky. You're a prize fighter. It's okay if your demeanor is a little mean and scary. Good. You're a heavyweight prize fighter. And when I saw him cry, it just showed you really wanted this. I'm happy for you, AJ, because you really wanted this. And I felt like throughout his career, so when he lost to Andy Ruiz, there was like a sense of relief, like, oh, I don't have to deal with the pressure of the belts anymore. But coming into this fight, after this fight, his outburst would suggest, I want that pressure. I want those belts. I've had that inward conversation with myself, and I've come to the conclusion that I like being the heavyweight champion of the world. And I want to be the heavyweight champion of the world. And I want those belts. And it hurts me dearly that I didn't get the chance to win them back. And that, to me, was the passion that I had been looking for in a lot of AJ's fights, especially this fight promotion. And it was there. Unfortunately, it came out the way it came out, but it was there. And I appreciated it. As a fight fan, I appreciated it. And contrary to me being an Usyk fan, I'm also an AJ fan, and I still believe AJ can be what I think many people out there, including myself, believe in AJ, that he can be that champion, that good guy. I think he still can be that, because honestly, I don't see. Well, you know what? I'm not going to go into that because I was going to segue into Usyk and Tyson Fury, but I'll save that for another video. But yeah, those are my thoughts. You drop your thoughts down below and you tell me, what did you think about AJ's outburst? I personally enjoyed it. I personally felt his passion, and I had never felt his passion like that before, and I was truly moved by it. And that's the AJ that I want to see moving forward, and I hope he continues with boxing. I'm pretty sure he will. Eddie was talking about getting him some quick fights. So that's the AJ that I want to see. Hungry, ferocious, fierce, and unashamedly passionate. I love that. So drop your comments down below. Tell me what you thought about the fight. Tell me what you thought about AJ after the fight. Tell me what you think about AJ moving forward. Drop your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe to my channel.